Good afternoon, Honorable. I am Devie Jane Andalahao. I am the community leader of Purok Imelda, Ipil Heights, Ipil, Zamboanga, Bugay. It is my honor to meet you and thank you for giving me your time. This is one of my responsibilities as a community leader to present to you the concern about climate change. So what is climate change? Climate change is the global phenomenon of climate transformation characterized by the changes in the usual climate of the planet regarding temperature, precipitation, and wind that are specially caused by human activities. So today, we have been wondering about why is this such calamity is happening and why is this existing? And it is all because humans are doing such activity that is not good to our environment. As a result of unbalancing the weather of Earth, the sustainability of the planet's ecosystem is under threat, as well as the future of humankind and the stability of the global. So I have here the causes of climate change and the effect of it. So the cause of climate change is that humans are increasingly influencing the climate and the Earth's temperature by burning fossil fuels, cutting down forests, and farming livestock. This adds a numerous amount of greenhouse gases to those naturally occurring in the atmosphere, increasing the greenhouse effect of global warming. So the effect of climate change is that climate change may aggravate erosion, decline in organic matter, salinization, soil biodiversity loss, landslide, desertification, and flooding. The effect of climate change on soil carbon storage can be related to changing atmospheric carbon dioxide concentrations, increased temperatures, and changing precipitation patterns. I have here the topics that can cause climate change. The first topic is about the drought. The second is flood. Third is trash. And fourth is the deforestation. Drought. What is drought? A drought is a period of drier than normal conditions that result in water-related problems. If dry weather persists and water supply problems develop, the dry period can become a drought. The increase in drought is caused by many factors: shortfalls and precipitation, early snow melt, a shift away from light and moderate rains towards short, heavy precipitation events, and increased evaporation due to higher temperatures, all of which have been driven in part by climate change. In addition to the economy, drought also affect the environment and society. Plants and animals depend on water just as people do. Drought can shrink their food supplies and damage their habitats. Sometimes this damage is only temporary, and other times it is irreversible. So, the examples of drought impacts on society includes anxiety or depressions about economic losses, conflicts when there is not enough water, reduced incomes, fewer recreational activities, higher incidence of heat stroke, and even loss of human life. Drought condition can also provide a substantial increase in wildfire risk. And the next topic is about flood. So flood. What is floods? Floods are the most frequent type of natural disaster and occur when an overflow of water submerges land that is usually dry. Floods are often caused by heavy rainfall, rapid snowmelt, or a storm surge from a tropical cyclones or tsunami in coastal areas. So what is the cause of floods? Floods are made more likely by the more extreme weather pattern caused by long-term global climate change. Extreme flood can be triggered by intense precipitation, longer duration, close repetition of precipitations or combination of these. One of the most significant impacts of flood is the damage to and destruction of homes and personal belongings. This often result in grief, stress, and sadness over the loss of a replaceable position and built-up equity. For some, there are the added long-term difficulties of claiming insurance and finding resources to repair, rebuild, or relocate following the flood. Flooding often results in damage to infrastructure. So the next topic is about trash. So what is trash? Garbage, trash, rubbish, or refuse is waste materials that is discarded by humans, usually due to a perceived lack of utility. The term generally does not encompasses bodily waste, products, purely liquid, or gaseous waste, nor toxic waste products. So the cause of trash is that one of the outcomes of overflowing garbage is air pollution, which causes various respiratory diseases and other adverse health effects as contaminants are absorbed from lungs into other parts of the body. The toxic substances in air contaminated by waste including carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane. So, the impact of trash is that trash can travel throughout the world's rivers and oceans, accumulating on beaches and within gyres. This debris harms physical habitats, transports chemical pollutants, threatens aquatic life, and interferes with human uses of river, marine, and coastal environment. So, the last topic is about the deforestation. So, deforestation. What is deforestation? Deforestation is the act of cleaning, destroying, or otherwise removal of trees to deliberate, natural, or accidental means. So, the cause of deforestation is that starting on with the human processors activities, people clear out space for agriculture and farming, or land grazing to create pastures for livestock. There's also a wood extraction for wooden products, both legal and illegal. Also, people make space for infrastructures. Those includes roads, transportations, and buildings. And of course, the last one is accidental forest fires caused by humans. The effect of this deforestation is that the loss of trees and other vegetations can cause climate change, desertification, soil erosion, fewer crops, flooding, increased greenhouse gases and in the atmosphere, and a host of problems for indigenous people. So, since flood, drought, trash, and deforestation are one of the common issues that our barangay is facing today, I have here the action plan that I have been preparing. It is my honor and it sounds great when the action plan that I have been preparing should be implemented and supported by the barangay councils. So here is my action plan. As you can see, the listed there is the activity, goals, time allocated, persons involved, materials, and the expected outputs. My first action plan is about tree planting. The goal is to reduce experiencing deforestation for sustainable natural resources management, improvement of livelihood, and achievement of green economy. The time allocated is first week of July. The person involved are the barangay officials and workers, SK officials, youth organizations. The materials needed is that the seedlings, bolo, tree guard. And the expected output is planted trees and reforestations. The second is cleanup drive or drainage renovation. The goal is to cleaning all the canals to prevent overflowing of floods. Time allocated is first week of June. Person involved are the barangay officials and workers, SK officials, and youth organizations. The materials needed is the cleaning tools. Expected output is clean and green environment. So the last action plan is the proper garbage disposal. The goal is to maintain a cleaner environment and reduce the chances of spreading diseases. The time allocated is the first week of August. Person involved is the barangay officials and workers, SK officials, and youth organizations. Materials needed is the garbage bins, bag, and storage. Expected outputs are clean and fresh environment. And that would be all. God bless and thank you.